my cozy corner. I was just waiting for the police to come and pick June up, to be honest. Okay, so this week I wanted to do something a little bit different than just regular week in my life vlogs that include reading. I wanted to make more of a kind of dedicated hobby type video. The first reason is just that I like watching videos like this where people just kind of do their hobbies and share it, and I wanted to make one. And then also I've been obsessively scrapbooking these past couple of days, and when I had first got the idea to do a scrapbook, and okay, so this scrapbook is a 2024 scrapbook, so it's obviously very overdue. We're in March now when I'm filming this, so obviously I'm very late to the train, but I didn't want to just not do it because it was a little bit late. Better late than never. So I thought I would just do it regardless, and it would give me a chance to not just document such a great year, but also it will give me a chance to reflect on 2024 in a more meaningful way. So I started doing that, and I've been loving it so far. So obviously I'll kind of show you what I have going on so far. And I am by no means a scrapbook expert. This is the very first scrapbook that I have ever done. So it's something that I've wanted to do for so long, and I was telling my fiance yesterday that I have a Pinterest board that I think goes back maybe 9-10 years with scrapbook stuff in it. So I have a lot of inspiration, and it's always been something that I wanted to do because I'm very nostalgic and I love taking pictures and documenting and just remembering moments and holding space for them. But yeah, I've been loving it so far, and yeah, so I wanted to show you my 2024 scrapbook, the journey, and obviously the final product. But I also wanted to bring you along as I start my reading journal, because I had a journal in 2021 that I kind of used as a wholesale type of thing. I did habit tracker, I did journal entries, I did book updates and stuff in that one journal, and I still have it. I don't use it a lot, but I still have it. So I wanted just a dedicated book, a dedicated something where I could really go and dive deep into my reading journey and the books that I end up reading in 2024. So I bought a little book, a little journal for my reading journal, and I have not started it at all. It's completely empty. So we're going to embark on that journey together. I need to figure out, and then obviously we will also be reading, and yeah, I hope to read quite a lot this week, and yeah.
remain in regards to my reading goals in the past. I started reading again back in 2023. I said, okay, let's keep it a smooth 25.
Our banana bread is in the oven and now we wait. I'm smelling it, so that's good and it smells delicious. Oh, you were just bent a little, yeah. But now I'm reading Yellowface by R.F. Kuang, and this character is just so insane. If you don't know what this book is about this girl who she is friends with an incredibly popular author, and the author is Asian American, and the main character that we're following is white, and they both are in the literary world. They're both writers, and the Asian American friend, her career took off, skyrocketed. She's super famous, super popular, super rich, and very well renowned for her writing. She's won awards, etc. And then the one that we're following, she didn't have the same fate. She is really struggling. She hasn't even gotten her debut novel published yet, and it's been, I think, a few years. So they're on like polar opposite sides, but they have remained acquaintances. I wouldn't even say friends, they've remained acquaintances. And then the Asian American friend, her name is Athena. Athena dies, and she dies having written and completed the manuscript for her final book. Well, she didn't know it was her final book, but her final book. And it just so happens that the only person that knows this manuscript exists, we think, is our main character, who is June. And June has taken it upon herself to finish the book and publish it as her own, which is, first of all, absolutely insane. And at the beginning of the book here, we're kind of following her as she kind of tries to justify to us as the readers that her decision to do it was valid and whatever, which, who are you trying to convince, babe? It's not working. It's crazy. But she is trying. She's trying, and I respect her for that. But yeah, she's trying to convince us that it was fine and she did the right thing, and that's what her friend would have wanted, right? But now we're going kind of further into the changes that she made and the edits that she made to the story before she publishes it as her own. And she's talking, what did she just say? This is what inspired me to give you an update, because she's saying here, we also softened some of the white characters. No, it's not as bad as you think. Athena's original text is almost embarrassingly biased. The French and British soldiers are cartoonishly racist. I get she's trying to make a point about discrimination, but these scenes are so hackneyed that they defy belief. It throws the reader out of the story. Instead, we switch out one of the white bullies to a Chinese character, and one of the more vocal Chinese laborer to a sympathetic white farmer. Now yeah, my girl is insane, obviously, and kind of shamelessly so. So I'm like hate reading this right now. Not to say I'm not enjoying the story / writing. I'm I am set for whatever tea is about to come out of this book. I hope there's a lot, but I'm definitely like, I was like, it's almost like I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what kind of insane things this girl is getting up to. Okay, so it's been a couple days since I last filmed anything on this vlog, and it's just because, quite frankly, I've just been having a bad couple of days. I've just not been in the greatest of moods or spirits, and I didn't want to come on here and pretend that I'm fine and that everything is dandy, and so I just didn't, and I just kind of took the time to just exist and rot when I needed to rot, and that's exactly what I did on Tuesday. Yesterday I actually did get out of the house. Yeah, yesterday I went to the pool with my fiance and we did a couple of things. We finished paying for our wedding venue, and then we just kind of took a walk around the park. We went by the lake, not the park, the club that the venue is at. We went by the pool, we read a little, and it was a really, really nice evening. I was glad to get out of the house and get some fresh air, do something different. But I did finish Yellowface on Tuesday, and I thought this book was good. I thought it was thought-provoking, and the commentary on a lot of different social issues such as diversity, equal opportunity, race, and a few other things, to be honest, but I just can't remember them off the top of my head. I thought it was just a really good criticism of the publishing industry and just the book consuming community in general, as well as cancel culture and how fickle society is, like the herd mentality. I thought that there were a lot of really thought-provoking commentaries in here, and that is the thing that I enjoyed the most about this book. Other than that, I thought that Kong accomplished, I think, exactly what she set out to accomplish with this book. The main character is completely infuriating and 150% unlikable. Like, there is nothing to like about her, and I think that what she represents is I don't know, just a portion of society that is really anti-diversity and opportunity for minority people. And there were a lot of things in here, just the thoughts that our main character, what was her name, June? Yeah, our main character June was having. It really felt like she could be a real person with real thoughts, and it was scary, to say the least. But yeah, there was also some really interesting talk about authorship and copyright and what is considered original work when there's so many ideas and when you could take inspiration from everything. So I thought that the topics and the thoughts that they provoked were the best part about this book. Other than that, I didn't really have any strong feelings towards it. I didn't like a single character, but I disliked many of them. Almost maybe all of them I disliked and wasn't rooting for, and just I was just waiting for the police to come and pick June up, to be honest. And yeah, I was not satisfied with the ending. I gave this 4 stars. I don't know that it could have been any higher, even if there was a more satisfying ending. But yeah, the ending left me wanting something more conclusive and resolute with regards to the main plot of this book. I don't know, it did feel a little too open. But the thing with it is that I think all of the thoughts that needed to be provoked already had been throughout the story. So I don't know if we needed an open-ended conclusion, you know? I don't know. I didn't like the ending, but I liked the book, and it was tea, to put it shortly. The drama was insane. I was eating it up. I definitely think that the pacing of this book was fantastic. Like, every single second I wanted to know when she was going to get in trouble, if she was going to ever fess up, if she was ever going to grow a conscience, if somebody was going to catch her in a lie, if something new was going to come up. Like, I always needed to know what the tea was with June on this book. So it was great. I really enjoyed it. 4 stars. Then I started reading yesterday, Aragon by Christopher Paolini, and I've been really enjoying this. I'm on page 41, so I'm not very far into this one so far, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving the main character. This story follows Aragon, who is this young boy who lives in this very secluded town that is steeped in myth and magic and law. Okay, hello. It is now the next day, and by we I literally mean we had a rough day today. I don't know. I don't know. It's just been a rough week, and I don't know what else to say. It's just been a rough week, but we have been on. Why am I saying we? I'm the only one here. I have been on a mission since I woke up to kind of make myself feel better. So I would say I'm like a 5 right now. I woke up at like a 0. So we are on the up. I woke up, I read a little bit of my bedtime book, which is The Right Move by Liz Tomford, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then I worked out, I walked on the treadmill for like half hour. I also know that I got cut off yesterday when I was talking about Aragon, and I don't really have much more to say about it. I'm really enjoying it. So far, I haven't read much more. I think I'm about 10% in now. So yeah, but The Right Move, however, I think about 40% through with The Right Move. I'm always very hesitant about very hyped books, but there's just still the temptation to be like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you all tell me that this book was so good? Which, I mean, you did. Everybody has been saying how good the last 2 books in the series are, but I'm always so hesitant. So kind of figuring out for myself was so chef's kiss. The book is chef's kiss, literally. So yeah, I'm really loving it, and I just want to savor it. I just love this story. I love the 2 main characters and the tension. Bring back yearning. Literally bring back yearning. Yeah, that's what I've been up to reading wise. Audiobook wise, I have made no progress. As I said, I have not really been doing a lot of anything except reading this week. So the only time I really listen to audiobook is when I'm scrapbooking. So I'm going to do some scrapbooking now, and then we are going to plan out my reading journal. So I'm going to start it today. I have not finished my regular journal, but I think maybe it'll be nice to kind of switch between the two of them and work at them simultaneously. So in terms of my book journal / reading journal, I wanted to do a couple dedicated pages for, I saw this trend on Instagram when I was on there, like momentarily the other day, about where my law started in terms of like books. So books that you grew up reading and loving, and I definitely want to start there. So I want to do kind of like a draft in my brain about my law and like the books that I really loved growing up and what I think shaped my reading. And I think that's what I will do as my first page, because I feel like it'll be fun. So I think I might do like seasons of my life, so early childhood, mid-childhood, adolescence, and then when I started back reading in like 2021. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do for the first 4 pages. And then yeah, I think I have it roughly in my brain, so it's just to kind of go on my computer and find the books, also find some inspiration on Pinterest and kind of just map it out in my brain. But we'll do that a little bit later. Right now I want to make a little bit more progress on my regular scrapbook. I do have some other things to outline, so not outline, to fill in, that I've outlined, especially like my Dominica trip. I really want to start working on that because that's the part that I'm most excited about, I think. So yeah, that is what we are up to at the moment. These pages are super stuck together. Yeah, that's what we're up to at the moment. So yeah. So I have been doing this for 4 hours non-stop. I don't know, something about it is so therapeutic and so fun. And I've been listening to my audiobook. I have, let's see how much time left. I think about 2.5 hours left of the audiobook. And yeah, I've been enjoying it enough. It's passing the time. I'm not super connected or anything. I think I have just dragged it out way too long to feel very connected. But what I'm reading, I'm enjoying. So yeah, I have been listening to that, and I finished a few pages of my regular scrapbook, my 2024 scrapbook. So from a distance, this one looks cute. I still have a little more like cleaning up to do on that page. What else did I do? Just colored in this month. I didn't like that it was so black. Like initially I had just done this in black, and I just thought it looked a little dreary. Some of these I still will end up putting like stickers and stuff on, but this is just like the blank pages for now. But yeah, I love this spread. I just think the black is bringing it down, so I don't know how to fix that. What else did I do today? Okay, these I didn't. This one I just really love. Also, I had initially, I know my hair's all over the place, I had on my headphones. Yeah, I initially told myself that I wanted to do a 2025 scrapbook as well and do it like in real time while everything was happening, because I feel like there are so many things that you end up inevitably missing, like little moments that you end up forgetting by the time you do it in March next year. But yeah, I can't get into that until I finish this. But I am also just taking my time with it. I don't want to rush it, and I don't know, I'm not in the headspace right now to do like my little reflective writing bits of it. So yeah, I think I still have some time before I could start my next journal, but that's okay. Oh, I did my Tampa recap. I didn't do the write-up. Yeah, I obviously didn't do the write-up, but I did like lay out the pictures and just wrote it up. I also started when I went on my little, oh, these are falling out, my little beach trip with my bestie. I wrote that up. And I think that's all that I did. Now I'm just kind of putting this on the back burner for right now. And I'm going to start my reading journal. I actually spent the last hour kind of outlining on a legal part, because you know you can't take the girl out of law school. No. You can take the girl out of law school, but you can't take the law school out of the girl. End of the vlog. I actually was planning to do this tomorrow. It's currently Sunday night, and as you could tell by the lighting, our ring light, aka the sun, has left us. But I was literally lying down trying to read my book, Aragon, which I'm still very much enjoying. I'm probably like 20% to 25% through now, but I've made a good bit of progress in my reading journal, so I did want to show you so that I could end up the video. And the reason I brought that up is because I was trying to read Aragon just now in bed, and I literally could not stop thinking about my journal. I literally spent all day yesterday doing this. I would say from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. when I eventually stopped and watched a basketball game with my fiance, and then he fell asleep, and then I came right back until maybe 2 a.m. So a lot of time yesterday was spent doing this. Also, you would think because I spent maybe 10 hours yesterday doing this, I would have been done. I'm not done. I'm showing you my progress. And 2, you would think that I would have finished the audiobook I was listening to, that I only had 2 hours left in. You would also be mistaken. I spent literally every single moment of those hours listening to 15 Minutes by Sabrina Carpenter. I am officially obsessed with that song. There's just something about it that is so fun. The hook of it is so good, and it's so good. I literally cannot get it out of my head. So that was playing in my head, and then I was also thinking about filming this video, or like this clip, and I was also thinking about what else I want to do for my journal. So a lot of thoughts were going on in my head, so I was like, you know what, maybe let's get up, do this so that I could have concluded one thing for the day, and maybe it will give me some peace of mind so that I could read my book before I go to bed. So all of that to say, this is where I have reached. I don't know what that lighting is doing for my face, so if the lighting is really, really bad now, I'm sorry, but this is the first page. So this page is where my law started, so from childhood to early 20s, and we have quite a few books on here, and I won't go into grave detail because when I finish and I am up to date at the end of March, I will do like a flip through of the beginning to the end. So I haven't done my introduction page either, so I still have a lot of things that I want to do before I could do like an official video. But then we turn the page. This page is also not done. This one is my 2024 stats and top 10. I don't really love the 2 glitter colors of marker that you see here, but that is completely unimportant. This page is also a huge draft. I just printed out funny story, so I have to trace out these words, and then I also have to do like the little border for these other top 10 picks, and then do like a star rating and maybe something else. I'm not sure exactly how this page will turn out yet. I also have to fill in these 2 with color. So then I have my 2025 goals. I do want to spruce up this page a little. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I do. I finished my book bingo, which I'm really proud of. I got too close. Yeah, I'm literally so proud of it. I feel like I've never really been artistic visually. Like, I'm creative in other ways, but I have never been good at art. So leaning into my scrapbook and journaling has made me just a little more confident in my doodling abilities. Like, it's not art per se, but I could doodle a little better than I remembered, so that's always good. The next page is my anticipated reads and new releases. So these are the books that I just want to read this year. These have already been released, and some notable ones are the Poppy War. I started that. I have a love song for Ricky Wilde. I want to read that really soon. I also ordered Britt Marie Was Here because I really want to read that. I'm a huge Frederick Bachman stan. And then on this side we have brand new releases. So notably, this one just came out, Rag Picker King by Cassandra Clare, which is the second book in the Swordcatcher series. And I really love the Swordcatcher, and I really want to like follow up with the series. So I hope to get my hands on this one soon. And then these are like my top 4 that I'm really into / interested in this year. So yeah, that's what we have going on here. I don't think I'll do much more to this because I will fill them out and like check off if I read these, and maybe put the release dates and if I end up reading them and how much I read them. So I don't want to do too much on that page. This page I really like, except the heading. I really hate this heading. I think it's so ugly, but I don't really know what I could do about it. So we're also going to brainstorm that. But I love the little book stacks that I made. I do have to outline them. Sorry, I need to outline them in marker or pen, which I'll do eventually. And then we have my reading log. I logged the 20 books that I've read this year so far. Then we have this page that I will fill out only at the end of the year. This is where I want to put all of my 5 stars, but because I don't know exactly how many 5 stars I will end up having this year, I can't start printing out stuff for it quite yet because I will need to measure them. Okay, I'm sorry for the angle change. I got cut off momentarily, but we are I was just talking about my 5-star showcase, and then we have my book of the year spread. The arrows at the bottom there got kind of wonky, but I love how the book of the year like title came out. And lastly, we just have my rating system, which is also very boring, but it is what it is. The first one is 1-star DNF because what was that? 2, deep sigh. 3, okay. 4, no notes. And 5 is slow clap, which if you know, you know. If you get it, you get it. I haven't done any monthly spreads yet, so that's kind of a project for tomorrow or later this week. But I have printed out all of the pictures for that and stuff. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. That's all I really have for today. We had some highs and lows this week for sure, but I have really been loving journaling and scrapbooking. I even bought a like thought journal. I don't know what you would call it. There's so many different types so many different types of journals now, but this one is literally just a regular journal to kind of document my thoughts and my feelings. And I just think it's important to remember your life and document it in various different ways. So yeah, that's what I will be doing going forward. But thank you all again so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.